Hey Cancer, are you surviving this eclipse season? The first one was in your sign mid-month July, a solar eclipse. The second one was at the end of the month, Aquarius, a lunar eclipse. And it was the longest eclipse in how many decades? Probably felt really long too recently because there's been a lot of emotions rolling around. Ups and downs, peaks and valleys. So for you guys, things were kind of changing in your home or maybe your perspective about home. And then you were having kind of a rough road or a different road emotionally, relationship-wise as well. And hopefully that's not going to instill a bunch of drama in your life because that can happen. But it can bring camaraderie with family, friends, children especially. I also have an announcement to make that my other channel, the Brothers of the Sword Productions, has a new video out about the Black Madonnas and the Black Madonna mystery. And if you're interested, the link will be down below in the description box. Now you have a really interesting and positive reading. The rune that you received is Laguz. This is about water, cleansing action of water, the polarity of water. It really comes down to the river of your emotions and the lake of your soul. There's a lot of spiritual things going on in your reading. You have the Ace of Wands, you have the High Priestess, you have the Hierophant, you have the Moon. All of these are about spirituality. Maybe even changes in your spirituality. And interestingly enough, the Mintiati card, the deck that I put together, you received hope. I read the other day, if all you have is hope, it's hopeless. It's saying that you have to make actions because they speak louder than words. Hope is giving it a positive spin for what's going to be happening in your future, because your overall main energy card for this reading is the Ace of Wands. And I thought, well, what does that mean? So I pulled the Magician. How great can that be? Yeah, you have a promise for a new a spiritual and emotional beginning. This card is kind of like the cosmos giving you a green light to start some new things, new endeavors, projects. You know, don't overlook any opportunities that come by. This is a time for personal growth, advancement, new experiences, time to make some plans. Since this is Wands, it's saying there's going to be a lot of energy, full volume of energy. With Magician there too, boy, he's bringing down energy from the cosmos to the earth. The things that you've been thinking about now, it's time to take action. Put them into a reality. The Magician is saying you have all the tools that you need to accomplish the goals that you have in mind. Some new things. You've been mulling some things over through this eclipse season. The Magician, too, is about opportunities, taking advantage of them. As I had said for the Ace of Wands. Now, things just don't come to the couch, so this is where you have to grip that wand and take advantage. Do some action. Make some movement. Go forward towards your goals. Now, the cards on the left, for the category of what you know, you receive Justice and the Six of Pentacles. Justice is about balance, fairness, honesty, truth, holding the sword of truth. And here you have the Six of Pentacles with it. And this is about balancing, giving and receiving. Making sure that you get your share as well as other people. Because sometimes, the Cancers are taken advantage of. You are a homebody. You want to make sure everything's going well in your environment. So sometimes we give a little bit more than you really should be. Doing things for other people that they should be doing for themselves. That's why the Justice card is there. It's time to balance that out. Balance what's been going on in your home. Balance your relationships. Balance what you need to do now with these new goals that you've been setting are going to be set. 6 for the Six of Pentacles does indicate that this is a number of harmony, family, balance, love. Now, the Justice card can say there is going to be something that's going to be balanced out. Maybe there's some contracts going on, some negotiations. Something that needs to come to an agreement between other people. When you do see the Justice card, though, it says things are going back into balance. But make sure you work towards it with that Six of Pentacles there. It's saying you have to strive for this balance because it's not going to make a balance in itself. Now, the cards in the center for what is or can be yours. You have the Ten of Wands, another wand card connected to the Ace of Wands up there, and the High Priestess. You've been taking on a lot of responsibilities, or some things have felt real heavy to you. A lot of responsibilities that maybe other people should be doing. But here, too, it's saying that spiritually, you've had a heavy heart. Spiritually, the High Priestess has been having you review a lot of things. And personally, it's really inside you where sometimes the problems initiate. And you have to review that too. There's been some signposts, some dreams. I don't know, just something somebody said that just all of a sudden made you think, why? Why did they say that? And why did it spark such a inner reaction for you? You are a cup sign. So there's a lot of emotions rolling around that's related to this High Priestess. It appears you're going to have to bridge some things. Because the cards over on the right of the High Priestess, it's another 6 card, the Six of Cups, the card of memory, and then you receive the Justice card again. Now here you've got 2 Justice cards balancing the main part of this reading out. And the Six of Cups is saying this, that you've been thinking a lot about things from the past, memories, collective memories. And boy, that goes right down the Laguz Rune alley, because that is about unconscious collective memories. This is about deep waters that can hide tranquility or turbulence. It's saying here that you're going to have to balance out some things that happened in your past, things that you remember. If you can't really put it to bed, you can't really go forward in life. The Six of Cups card could say also that somebody from your past is now walking into your life or will be, and maybe being a new actor in your life. And some of the new changes that are going on, because with this Ace of Wands and Magician, there's going to be some new changes. But Justice is definitely going to have a hand in helping balancing the scales out. And perhaps maybe a Libra is involved in some Cancer's life. Now, I kind of went a little wild with the future cards and pulled quite a few of them this month for some reason. Maybe it's because of this eclipse series that everybody's been a little confused, a little upset, a a little emotional, and at times really wondering where your relationships are going. And here for the future cards, you receive the Moon, the Hierophant, the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Chariot, and the Wheel of Fortune. Nice to have the wheel at the very end there. The Moon is connected to the High Priestess. Most definitely. There is some incoming intuition, dreams, that you're going to have to really interpret. Make sure that you're trying to, when you get up in the morning, write down what you dreamt. There's going to be some signposts here. There's going to be some synchronicities where things happen, and all of a sudden you're going to say, well, gee, that happened last Tuesday, and now this just happened yesterday, and now today. Something is completely connected to all of these things. You're going to have to start putting the dots together. Now, the Hierophant is saying that you've been seeking some truths. You've been seeking some spirituality. But you know, traditional religion sometimes doesn't always fit the bill. Not in this modern day. What's in front of the Hierophant is the known. And what's behind the Hierophant, the two pillars on each side of them, is the unknown. And this is what you've been looking for. Somewhere is something unknown to you. Has to be discovered. And the Laguz Rune is a rune that is about bringing things visible. It's about magic, love, intuition, compassion, emotions, all the things that we've talked about. And now the Eight of Cups is saying that you're going to leave some things. You're going to walk away from a few things. From a few emotional things, with it being cups. Maybe some things didn't quite work out the way they should. And you kind of hung on to them. That's what was saying in the main body here with the two Justice cards and the Ten of Wands. And actually the Six of Pentacles are trying to find balance in giving and receiving. Now this isn't a bad thing. A lot of times it's good to cull things out of your life that's not serving you anymore. And you can look at it on the flip side too, is that you're not walking away from something. You're acquiring your freedom, liberation, emancipating yourself. And to what? The Ace of Cups, a new emotional beginning. A promise for a new emotional beginning. So now here you have a promise for a new spiritual beginning with the Ace of Wands. And here a new emotional beginning with the Ace of Cups. It's time to start enjoying the senses of life. Feeling, touch, love, smell, hearing. Hearing the words that you want spoken to you. Things to balance it all out. And the Chariot's there too. He is about balancing opposing forces. If we didn't have yin and yang, we really wouldn't have any excitement in our lives. If everything went well, would we appreciate it? If everything went bad, would we know the difference? The Chariot, though, is about self. It's the last card of the nature of man. It really is about self-awareness, self-realization, self-awakening. And since you're trying to find the balance, this Wheel of Fortune is saying that the hub of the wheel is where there's peace and stillness. However, it's also saying that this is an auspicious time for some new things. You have two Ace cards, Wands and Cups, and you have the Magician. For the spirituality, you have the High Priestess. And if you can find balance, and make sure that you're looking at your inner self, listening to your inner voice, and connecting it to your conscious self, you're going to make a lot of headway in life this month. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.